How do guys? Right, if you're like me, you've been looking for a copy version of the korda crimping tool. If you like to do the Ronnies and all that sort of thing, you've probably been looking for a copy set for a while, because obviously they're about 14-15 quid. Now, I've had these for donkey's years, yeah, and there's no wrong with them, apart from the handles keep sliding off from time to time, but other than that, they still work. Yeah, it's just a matter of case gluing the handles back in place. Well, bang, there's the copy set. These come from Carpers Essentials. Apart from the handle, there's not really any difference. So if I spin them both the right way around, yeah, there's not really any difference. These ones are a little bit thicker actually in the diameter going across. 0.6, 0.7 and cutting tool. 0.6, 0.7 and cutting tool. But you don't just want to take my word for it, do you? So what I'm going to do, I'm actually going to do a little boom with these. I'm going to do a little boom with these. Now, to make it a fair contest, I'm going to use the korda crimps on the korda one, and I'm going to use the Carpers Essentials crimps on their one. Yeah, so 0.6, yeah, if you don't believe me, 0.6 on the back of there, yeah, and I'll use that on the 0.6 on that as well. Same with that one, that's 0.6. And all I'm going to use is the regular korda boom. I'm not using any other different type of line. I'm just going to stick with that one. So I just need to get some scissors out of my box. I thought I had some there, but I haven't. You can use the cutting tool itself, but what I find with the cutting tool, it flattens it off and it makes it a little bit more awkward. So the cutting tool is really for like cutting through metal. So what we'll do then, we'll just quickly get two of these out. Yeah, two of them. That's them ones. I've not opened those. We'll put those over there a minute. I'm probably going to forget. So that's the korda. Going to pull a short section of this off. Lobbing my scissors. Excuse me, what? Now, we need to make this a fair contest, don't we? So we want to get it the same length as well. Yeah. So we'll get the hook length the same. Not that it makes any odds like, but just in case there is those people what are out there what are a little bit anal saying, yeah, that one's got obviously more stretch in it because it's longer and blah, blah, blah. Well, then this is going to alter that down, isn't it? Yeah. So we'll cut them off to the same length. Okay, so that's the boom. Right, so we've got two sections there, to my fingers. And to make sure they are literally millimetre perfect, because that's an inch, we'll cut the two lines off together. So they are literally millimetre perfect in the lengths. Right, now I'm not going to be putting no loops or swivels on there. It is literally just going to be the crimp on one end. Like that one. And a simple loop. Push it back through. As you generally would make the normal crimp loop system itself for the crimp. Get it on the 0.6. Squeeze it down. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. How I do them all. Pull it out. Same on the other side. Waiting, he's speeding up really, but I'm not going to bother speeding up the. Just got to do it all live. Same again, into the 0.6. Make sure it's in there straight and that I don't kink the loop. There we are. Squeeze it. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Do it every time. So that is the Carpers Essential one. Okay. So we will put that with the Carpers Essentials crimps and tool. Now what we'll do, we'll get two of these out, which are the korda ones, and we'll repeat the process with their system. Oh, it's not going through. Yeah, it's a bit tighter going through. And that's korda boom as well. Right, so slight angle just on the end. Yeah, I've knocked literally about 1mm off of it, maybe 2 at the max. Right, we're going through eventually. Let's see what I'm doing a bit better, so just turn it into light. Come on, get in. Get in. I must have a dodgy crimp. Right, so I'm going to bin that crimp. We'll try the next one. That was a korda one. So you're paying all that money for the korda one, I've had to throw it away straight away. Right, it was a dodgy crimp. Yeah, that one's gone through fine. So, make the same sort of size loop. Korda ones, there they are. Crimp that up. Make sure it's straight. Crimp it down. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. And then I need to get another one out because obviously that last one was shot. What's the chances the next one will be? It's gone through that side. Is it going through this side? So where it is, they're a double barrel crimp if you've never used them before. So you push it through one side and then straight through the other side. Now the crimps themselves, they do seem a lot smaller than the Carpers Essentials. But like I say, I've had no issues with them. Okay. And then we're going to go squeeze it. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. They hurt the hands more than the other set, actually, to be all fair. Right, now, one thing what I do want to do, because we've got the korda one in my hand, I want to put a mark on it, yeah? All my bungees coming out. I want to put a mark on one, so what I'm going to do, I'm actually going to put them on the same rig puller. I think the ink's run out. There we are. It's working. We'll just colour it in a little bit. Camo it up. Yeah, camo it up a little bit with a Sharpie pen. I'm going to put that bloody lid. Oh well, just chuck it over there a minute. Right, so we know that they are the same lengths, but obviously the loops themselves are going to differ. So I can't really be putting them together, which is what I was hoping to do, because one might be slightly longer than the other one. Yeah, it's worked out slightly longer now from obviously the looping. So I'm going to take one off. That's the korda one. And all I'm doing now is just rig puller. I'll do my standard 20. And all that 20 is doing is straightening up the boom itself. Yeah. So that's all that is for. That's the standard 20 tension pulls. Not to make it slip, but just to make sure everything is cinched up right and it straightening out the rig itself. So what I'm going to do now is pull it, and it's gone. So that's the korda one, and that has gone before the crimp. Yeah, so that's gone now. I don't know where the crimp's gone. Right, so what I'm going to do now is get the Carpers Essential one. So that was a fair test actually. That's actually gone on the actual line itself. It's not so much gone at the crimp. The crimp's not give way. It's just gone on the actual line itself. So we'll do the same on this, the 20. That gets it nice and straight. Put the pullers back on it again. And now we're going to give it some. And what I'm doing, I am looking for the crimps actually slipping, which they're not. A little bit tighter. And it's gone at the same place. Yeah. It's gone at the exact same place. Just going to be a bit of stretch in here. As you can see, there's not a great deal in it. Yeah, there's not a lot there. Bear in mind, obviously, you got to take in consideration the loops. But when you look at the damage on these, they're both the adds that same. Yeah, there's no difference in there whatsoever. So, all that test is for is just to show the strength and the can't say the word. The strength of each one, and also what they can achieve. So there is no difference apart from slightly different handles, slightly bigger, more than likely slightly heavier. It doesn't really feel it, to be all honest with you, but if you put it on gram scales, it might be like 1-2 grams difference. Yeah, not a great deal, but it does the exact same job for a lot less price, and that's the main thing, isn't it? Both snapped in the same area, which you'd expect them to under severe strain. Yeah, that was hell of a lot more than £25. I'll probably put it on about £50 or £60 there. Yeah, hell of a lot more. I don't think that that's going to snap on like a £40-50 fish, yeah, because you've got to consider your main line, your rod, your clutch, and all that. The rig itself is going to hold up to a heck of a lot more, because obviously that's compensating for it. But the tools are doing the job, and they're doing the job lovely. Yeah, if I did that with a braid or something like that, I won't put that much tension in it. It would just snap like cotton. Yeah, because that's basically what braid is. So there's a video for you guys. Take it how you want to take it, sort of thing. But if you are like me and you do love this sort of rig system, to make a magnitude of rigs, kicks out the bait every time without any fail. Very, very rarely come back with any tangles, and I mean very rare. You can have it pop up, sitting on the bottom as a wafter like a German rig, however you want. That one's a little bit longer. That's the hinge rig. Short boom section, longer section there, just so when it sits down on the weed, it's just got that little bit more. Yeah. So some of the places I've been going to, it's been really thick weed, and I just want to make sure it is still sat there nicely instead of it pulling down into it. So you can set them how you want, just like you would with any other rig. Thanks for watching. On the next video, like, subscribe, all the usual. See you later.